All right, everybody, it's the Wake Up Crew, Ray G and Jay Rich, back again for another NFL prop video over on Prize Picks for this Thursday night football matchup. Thursday night football, oh man.
Yuck.
Hopefully it's a good game. We've got the Arizona Cardinals and the New Orleans Saints facing off tonight. The return of DeAndre Hopkins. The Saints are without everybody. No Michael Thomas, no Marshawn Lattimore. Arizona trying to figure things out after having Kyler Murray run around and get beat up by the Seattle Seahawks. So here we go, another Thursday night football matchup, but we did put everything through the model. We ground the numbers, we looked across the books, and we found two plays that we really, really like. So let's dive into it right now and talk about them. And Jay, I'll start out with Alvin Kamara, more than 98.5 rushing and receiving yards. Right now on the books, it's even money, but on the books, you find this, there's no 98.5. It's anywhere from 100.5 to 102.5 yards for Alvin Kamara, even money pricing. So we're already getting anywhere from 2 to 3, maybe even 4 yards of edge over here on Prize Picks. So far, since Alvin Kamara returned from injuries, had back-to-back games of 6+6 receptions. He's also gone over 90 rushing yards in back-to-back games. Like, this is what they have with only Olave, Alvin Kamara, and Taysom Hill with Andy Dalton at the helm. It's going to be a heavy dose of Kamara. I'm going to just... Arizona runs a lot of plays, man. They're like number one, top 5, top 3 in the NFL in plays per game. Pace of play, I know they're top 3 in the NFL. So New Orleans, whether they want the ball a lot or not, they're going to have the ball, and I think they're going to lean on Alvin Kamara tonight. So to get 98.5 rushing and receiving yards, I like this number for Kamara.
Yeah, Ray, like you mentioned, no Michael Thomas, Chris Olave, we'll see how he's back, his first game back. Thursday night football is usually ugly, usually a lot of running backs, and so I'm all in with AK. And the guy that I want to talk about today is Kyler Murray, right? Quarterback, Arizona Cardinals. We know that Kyler Murray likes to run around a little bit. 32.5 is his rushing yard prop. I'm a fan of this one. I think this is a great number. You see 42 2 weeks ago, 100 yards last week. And what does this correlate with? The injury to James Conner and Darrell Williams, right? So now it's week 7, Thursday night football, short week. Those guys probably aren't going to be in the fold. They do get DeAndre Hopkins back, but are missing Marquise Brown. I think this is a great matchup. The closest parallel in terms of player that's faced the Saints is Marcus Mariota, who ran for 72 yards against the Saints in week 1. I think Kyler Murray over 32.5 is a smash with those running backs being banged up. I'm all in on this one, Ray. Do you think that Kyler Murray can go over this number today?
Absolutely. I do think so. With, they still have to figure out a way to integrate DeAndre Hopkins into this offense. I know he's a great player, but it's not just plop and drop. He's a fantastic player, but no Hollywood Brown to stretch the defenses vertically. I do think Cam Jordan is still able to pressure the quarterback. Now, New Orleans, they do have 2 very good linebackers in Pete Warner and Demario Davis, but I do think Kyler will be facing pressure. They also lost Justin Pugh. I believe one of their guards is out for the season with an ACL. It was an ACL or an Achilles, so there could be even more pressure on Kyler Murray, forcing him out of the pocket to move around a little bit more. So I do like this number for Kyler. Really quickly, if you wanted to flex anything, these are not recommended core plays, but Zach Ertz. I like the reception number for Zach Ertz. 5 is low on the books. It's 4.5, juiced heavy to the over. 8, 7, 6, 6, 7 on the season for Zach Ertz. I mean, I like the number. 5 receptions for Zach Ertz. And I know you like his receiving yards at 44.5 as well, because he has cruised past this every game this season as well.
Yeah, it's one of those crazy stats to see Zach Ertz actually have a less receiving yard number than Rondale Moore, right? Yeah. We love Rondale Moore, and he's been getting more involved, but Zach Ertz has been the safety blanket for Kyler Murray all season. And it is worth mentioning that Zach Ertz is facing the number 5 defense in terms of receiving yards allowed to the tight end position. You already talked about the great linebacker play for New Orleans, and so that will be a big factor, but 44.5 is pretty modest for Ertz, who has been the safety net. Now Hollywood's not going to be there. DeAndre Hopkins, we'll see how involved he is and how many plays he ultimately runs in his first game back. I think Ertz could be the featured focal point of this offense, and we'll see how it plays out, but I do like this number quite a bit. I know that you like someone else on New Orleans who tends to run the ball sometimes, so please give me some numbers here on your boy Taysom Hill, over 4.5 fantasy score.
It was a sweat last week. I took it last week, and I mean, it was a sweat. 4.54. I mean, barely cashed the over, but the over's hit. What you're banking on is a long run of touchdown for Taysom Hill. Again, he's not going to play a bunch of snaps, but when he's in, you know he's going to run the damn ball, and maybe he'll throw it, and maybe he'll catch a pass, and just maybe he'll fall in the end zone. That's what you're banking with Taysom Hill, 4.5 fantasy score. A fun play to flex in there. I would never recommend it as a core play. Kyler Murray, more than 32.5 yards, and Alvin Kamara, more than 98.5. combined rushing and receiving yards are the core plays. If we hit some of the other plays that we talked about, we will definitely take credit for it. But if we don't, we told you don't take it. If we don't, we told you don't take it. They are not core plays. So as always, take what you like, leave what you don't like. We don't make you pay for picks. We just walk you through our process, give you the data, give you our analysis. So if you tail, give PrizePicks hell. And if we fail, do not bail. Comment below. Let us know what you're taking tonight. Make sure you check out the NBA prop video. We have that on the channel as well. Lakers, Clippers, Bucks, Sixers. Stay tapped in. We got college football, more NBA, all that good stuff over here on the channel. Enjoy the game tonight. Good luck and good night. We out. Peace.